devil's advocate here, so sort of like a new generation of red pill guys. And you'll notice that all of us, we aren't pickup artists, we aren't, selling courses or any this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting the information out there and having a space for guys to exchange ideas. Because guys, especially now that we have 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, kind of our talking points went kind of mainstream, right? And now you see kids since they were 15 years old, they're 19, 20 now. They've been using and learning our talking points. So it's hard to fool those guys, those young guys now. And I've said this once before. Older millennials now are in their early 40s and late 30s, and they're getting divorced en masse, getting cooked in divorce court, right? So all these blue pills, all these tradcons, all these morons, right? That were all like, "Oh, devil's advocate, you sound like you hate women." Yeah.
Beta.
Right? All now they're sleeping on a futon at their mom's house because their wife got the house and the divorce. And they get on the internet and they find Devil's Advocate's channel or my channel, and there we are sitting on the pile of tires. You talk to us, right? That's their only way out. So, guys, we have Devil's Advocate here. He's a special guest. I was lurking in his live streams like the last month and a half. You know what I'm saying? And then I got reached out, so we had some conversations in his lives. Guys, DA, you want to tell the listeners about yourself?
Cool. What's up, guys? What's up? Please check out my channel, Devil's Advocate. Relatively new. I've said this, right? I'm like Jay said in the beginning, we are not pickup artists. We're not these alpha male. I don't think we'll be talking about this. I think red pill has been used in a way that is just wrong, because I've always thought red pill is more just average men having an opinion. Average men voicing their feelings, their thoughts, their opinions, because we've been suffering for years with not being able to have a voice for decades now. It's either top tier men or majority women. That is the voice we hear in social media, in entertainment, and we don't have enough voice of average men, right? Average men is, we are like the society. The society is built on the back of average men. So this is what we've been suffering. So I love this, where people like us too, we are just giving average men a voice. So
yeah,
and that's what the purpose of my channel is. I've always said this, right? I'm just an average man with an opinion. So
yep. Reza, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual. Lenny's here. Tim Hicks is here. Equilibrium's here. David's here. Red Door's here. What's going on? We have the whole Breakfast Club. Steve, what's up, Steve? The resident curmudgeon's in the house. What's up, dude?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Remixer in Canada. Canada's in the house, man. Guys, we're going to do Canada is Cooked. Probably this Thursday, guys. Go over how cooked Canada is, because it's bad, guys. The Freak. Hey, the Freak. What's up, man? Long time, man. Long time. The Mantis. What's up, dude? So let's chop it up here a little bit, right? So what do you think of the current state of the red pill right now?
Okay. I honestly believe that we are not. I definitely don't believe that red pill is mainstream. Okay, I don't believe red pill is mainstream. I don't believe that we are doing enough. I don't believe we're not doing enough, and we're not, supporting each other enough.
Okay,
because we have so many different, groups and other people who are supporting each other's movements, supporting each other's words. We're not. I think this movement, all right, men's content, the manosphere, all this stuff, we need to really support each other much better.
Yeah.
So
I agree. That's one thing. Devil's advocate. I don't know if you were around during all that pro-black, like Egyptologist Hotep stuff of like 2011 to 2012, 2013. That kind of went mainstream with like Brother Polite and all those guys when they were caught trying to diddle kids. So one thing that I've noticed about it happens in the main manosphere, but it hasn't happened. It's an ebb and flow in the red pill is the whole, oh, well, devil's advocate. He ain't real. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? He's not the real one. I'm the real one. Guys, all this disqualifying each other. I don't understand it. Guys, there's enough room in this space for all of us, and we can disagree on things. Guys, I guarantee devil's advocate and I might agree on 90% of everything, but there's 10% that we disagree on. We just kind of started talking, so I don't quite know it yet, but I'm not going to disqualify him as a potential person I can collab with or see eye to eye with, all because we disagree on one thing. You know what I'm saying? Lock the Bounty Hunter, right? We agree on like 99% of things, but there might be one thing that one day we might disagree on. But so many times in the red pill, oh man, you know, this guy, he ain't real. And guys, that's what the far left does. That's what the wokey wokes do. That's what women do.
Oh my God, I was going to say that. Exactly. This is the thing with what I believe why it makes men so great. Mm-hmm. We are logical. We shouldn't be sheep. Us men shouldn't be sheep. We shouldn't listen to, any creators 100%. We listen to what they say, we process it ourselves, and we figure out how it applies to our own lives.
Yeah.
We do not need to listen to 100% each other, but we should support each other. I on my live, I call like all my followers, all the people who in my chat, my brothers, because why are we hating each other? Why are we the Discord shouldn't us men, nobody cares for us.
Yeah.
So the problem is if us as the community don't even care for other men, we will always fail.
Yeah. And also too, I would say that one of the things that makes our movement superior to any other movements, especially anything that involves chicks, is we're not trying to compete with each other. Guys, I'm 44. I'm not trying to compete with 22-year-old guys. 44-year-old chicks are trying to compete for all the same men as 24-year-old chicks. I say this all the time. Guys like DA and me and guys in the chat, we're trying to help guys that are 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, so they don't make the same mistakes we did.
Exactly.
That's how it's supposed to work.
This is why I love Red Pill more, because these are men that actually support men. We actually care. We constantly see like how media is like, oh, men don't care, men don't feel. No, we are human. Yeah. We have feelings. We do care. So yeah,
we do it in our own way. Now here, another question for you. Do you agree with me that society has made the way that women interact, communicate, and learn the default now?
I agree. I do agree. We are changing how men communicate. We are trying. I think society, particularly women, are. Yes, they are. Yep. Yep. I really do think we are changing how men should communicate with each other.
Yes, but here's the thing: us guys, it's so funny because there's a clip that I have that I found. It's in Australia because bars used to be segregated in Australia by gender until the 70s, like late 70s or the early 80s, where like only men could go to one bar and women had to go to like a lounge. You know what I'm saying? And this reporter is there, like right in these men's face, and the men are like, "Do you not want me here?" He's like, "No, I don't want you here." I'm trying to have a bear. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Men are not allowed to have anything of our own, right? And guys, this is how it goes. Guys, put a 1 if you remember my poker game analogy or my poker game example. So, Devil's Advocate, myself, Jameson, Damon, and Remixer all have a poker game that we've had since college, and we all play this poker game every Tuesday. We drink scotch, play poker, talk mess, whatever. Devil's Advocate brings his girlfriend. Oh, hey guys, Stephanie wants to learn how to play poker too. So we're like, Christ, here we go, right? So then. But here I go, and maybe I get drunk too. I drink too much and talk mess. Remixer tells sexist jokes. Lenny tells racist jokes. You know what I'm saying? And then Damon smokes cigars. So on the way home, Devil's Advocate's girlfriend, that AJ guy, he drinks too much. And Damon's a racist. And Jameson smokes cigars. I hate cigars. And, what's his name? A sexist. And then if Devil's Advocate, he's a simp, I'm not saying you are, but in the example, he would say, hey, man, so AJ, can you not get so drunk next time? And Damon, can you not smoke cigars? And, Remixer, can you not tell sexist jokes? Right? Because Stephanie doesn't like it. Well, what happens? So next week, I don't show up. The week after, Damon doesn't show up. The week after, and the whole game is done because some chick stuck her nose in it. They can't leave it alone. They expect the environment to adapt to them instead of them adapting to the environment.
Yeah, and men know that not everything is so big. You don't need to make everything such a big deal. Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. So a lot of things you gotta be straightforward. It's like you can't be thinking like that.
Yeah. And guys, once again, there are ways. Okay, Devil's Advocate, how do you see the red pill? Meaning, because I see the red pill, I'm very descriptive on my channel, and I'm not very prescriptive. Okay, I'm going to start being more prescriptive, other than the basics of don't date single moms, don't date lawyers, nurses, etc. But like, the red pill to me is observations. It's like a dossier of information that you collect, and you can do with it what you will. Okay?
Exactly. I honestly believe that. I think the whole dating coaches, hookup, all these types of men that do prescribe. I mean, like, they are telling you solutions. I honestly believe it is a detriment. The only solution I ever said to any man is just to be on your journey to be the best version of yourself. I'm not telling you how to do it. Right? I'm not telling you what to do, because honestly, I think it's a danger when we are trying to give men necessarily like answers. Right?
Yeah.
I think
like we know everything. Yeah. We're just guys. Yeah, good.
Exactly. I really think that us as men, we as men know the world's unfair. We know it's the survival of the fittest. We know that, us as men, we have to go through hardships. Yeah. So for us, it's like, there's no easy way. There is no easy way. Yeah. So for us, it's better off that we, pick ourselves up and go through the mud.
Well, here's a quick question for you. Is this in that saying that the way that women think and feel has become the default? Guys like me, you, and everyone in my chat, especially Scozy in Australia, who made it one more week in that feminist hellhole known as Australia. Guys, give Scozy a round of applause, bro. Guys, we don't expect things to be easy. Guys like me, Devil's Advocate, Ask a Brother podcast, Steve, and we don't use the word fair because we know it's not supposed to be fair. But these young guys, they think that life should be fair and that they're supposed to enjoy this journey. Guys, the man's journey, you're not supposed to enjoy. There are parts you can enjoy, but it's hard. It's tough. It's going to kick you in the balls. It's going to stomp you when you're down. That's how you're gonna be a better man. But do you think that that's one of the things with young guys nowadays is they've bought into this female fantasy of life's supposed to be sunshine and rainbows?
Controversial opinion. I think women have created incels because of that mindset.
Whoa, wow,
Women have created incels.
whoa, wait a second. Whoa. I need you to repeat what you just said, and I need you to talk into the microphone loud. What did you just say?
It's a controversial opinion. I believe women have created incels.
Interesting.
Yes, because this is a thing where if these incels actually follow men's content, they will know that they will wake up. They will know that you gotta pick yourself up. You can't be like a wimp. You can't be crying. You can't be like complaining about life. No, actual men, we don't complain. We pick ourselves up. We understand the world's unfair. We keep moving forward.
Yeah.
This is that's the epitome of blue collar men. We get back up, right? The world is unfair to us. The world will put us down, but we get back up. We move forward. We're not crying, complaining, and shit like that. No.
Yeah. So guys, here's an interesting thing. I don't talk about incels a lot on this channel, but there is one guy on YouTube that another content creator talks about. I forget his name, but he's been an incel for years and years. And dude, it's one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. Guys, I don't like anyone that presupposes that any group, that any gender, any religion, any group of people is the source of their problems. It's such simplistic and moronic thinking, right? Incels drive me nuts because they're saying, well, women are scum, women are this, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, they have so much power that they cause every single problem in my life. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You can't have it both ways.
No, and this is the thing why I say women have created incels is because these are the type of men that are highly emotional.
Yeah.
These are men that are crazy emotional. And we see women are pushing men. Oh, you need to be emotional. No. I think men need to be in control of their emotions.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not just being emotional, crying and like complaining about the world. These are high emotional men.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying why women have created these types of men.
Yeah, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. The most dangerous man on earth is an emotional man. And that's what women don't understand. They want emotional guys. But these are the guys that they only think about, I want him to cuddle up and cry. An emotional man's going to give you the tiger uppercut if you piss him off. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just walking away, which is what a lot of guys do. Guys, emotional men, these are the boys that are raised by single moms. You know what I'm saying? All these Pokemon running around. You know what I'm saying? And they're shooting and robbing. You step on their shoes and they shoot each other. These ones that are blasting up the schools. You know what I'm saying? These are emotional men. And it's so crazy because, guys, if we could do a quick segue, okay? Speaking of emotional men, guys, if you were going to try and be more open, guys, don't talk to your girl. Don't do it. Guys, never open up to a woman. Never, ever, ever. Because, guys, put a 1 if you agree. All they're trying to do is find ammo to use against you later. DA, what do you think?
Exactly. This is why I love our communities, right? My chat, your chat, the men's content. This is where, right? We are, I believe we, right? All of us are creating, spaces where us as men can be vulnerable, can be talking about how we feel, what we think. Because I do believe that men should express themselves just in a more controlled way with our brothers. That's why I promote, all the people that follow me, all the people that listen to me as my brothers, because I'm here for you. I will listen, because this is the thing. We all say that, men should, not have emotions, but we're human, right? It's just that we as men need to be able to control our emotions.
But I think that the issue where we even talk about this is women want to talk about emotions from the lens of a woman.
Yeah.
They want us to emote express and communicate like women do, and that's just not. Guys, I'm an extrovert. Guys, you guys know me. I can talk for hours and hours and hours. Because when it comes time to actually, like in my personal life, I like to be around guys, crack open a beer, and all right, everyone in the chat, how many times have I asked this? And I'm gonna ask devil's advocate. Devil's advocate. If me, you, Scozy, Mysterious, Damon, Dennis, Jameson, and JD went to the lake, sat out on the dock with a case of beer, with a couple cases of beer, some chairs, and some fishing poles on a sunny day, how long do you think that we can go without saying a word to each other?
We'll probably go hours.
That's what I'm talking about. Hours. Right, guys? Hours. You know? Like, that's how us men unwind. Now, I'm a talkative person, obviously, you know, but there are times where men just want to hang out and recharge. Speaking of that, here, I'll pull this up really fast. This is a perfect example of the whole men versus women communication thing. Because, like, my best friend, we've been best friends for 25 years. We talk maybe 3 times a year. His birthday, my birthday, Christmas. And we're like best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like that's oh, here we go. Look. Sorry guys, let me share my screen here. Let me do this. And then we can move on to a different topic here. But guys, thanks for being here. Guys, hit the like button. Appreciate that. Lenny, thanks for the membership, my friend. It's here somewhere, but thanks for that, my friend. Thanks for support, guys. Thanks for all the memberships. Appreciate that. Thanks for that. Okay, let's see. Now, guys, this is the perfect example of how us men communicate, okay? Watch.
Tell everyone what you just told me.
I said my old roommate Brian and his fiance broke off their engagement.
Okay, so Brian broke off his engagement. When?
Recently, I guess. I mean, he told me pretty recently.
And how did this happen?
I don't know how it happened, honestly. We didn't really get that deep into it.
Is there another girl? Was there another person involved? Like they just randomly broke up?
I don't think there's another person, but I know he mentioned something about cheating.
Someone cheated.
I
Who
guess.
cheated?
I don't know. I don't know.
How do you not ask? Was he upset? Did he cry?
He didn't. I don't know.
Had they spoken since? Did she give the ring back?
No.
Does his family know? What are they doing about the save the dates? What they do with the deposit?
I don't know. We just were playing golf. We didn't really get deep into the conversation.
How do you not ask these questions?
I don't know.
Is it like the juicy details you need, Dan?
I don't know. I didn't know what to
So you
do.
just sit there and you say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you broke up your engagement. That's it, and then play golf."
Yeah, the golf was fun.
What is wrong with you guys?
Nothing. It was a fun time.
Dan, tell everyone what you just.
He said, "Hey man, my engagement's called off." What does his friend say?
That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me.
We don't need to know all this information. We don't. I'm like, hey yo, babe. You know, me and DA, we were at the bowling alley chilling. Oh, what is he still with? I don't know. Well, you know, is he living in the same house? I don't know. Why didn't you ask him? That's because we were bowling. What are you talking about? Oh no! That there it is. Like chicks, they can't imagine that men are they're so narcissistic now that they think that how they would talk to their friends is the default. That there's a deficiency on the men's side for not delving into their friends' lives like a man. I mean, like a woman would, you know. So.
No, I agree. I mean, us as men, we're blunt. We're straightforward.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about something, we will talk about it. But we don't desire like drama. So we don't need the details because, to be honest, it doesn't really necessarily help all the time. So
Yeah.
we rather enjoy the moments or do other things that will help each other.
Yeah.
Learning about the drama, that's for women.
But here's the thing: if there's anything that's important, my friend's gonna tell me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like a friend of mine's getting divorced right now, and he told me the reason why. But that's all I need to know. If he needs to tell me more, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Or guys, put a 1 if you ever have that friend where you're hanging out and you can tell he's not okay, right? But here's the thing, guys. We're okay with a friend saying, "Look, dude, you can tell me, bro." You know what I'm saying? And you kind of pull it out of them, but we are strategic in how we do it, and we know when we need to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
chicks, it's just okay. Hold on, I'm having a thought. Do you guys know how they say that women are actually more disrespectful because they compliment each other and don't mean it, whereas men, we're actually nice because we insult each other, don't mean it? Women are terrible friends because they tell each other too much stuff without asking, whereas men will really, really be careful what we tell our friends. You know what I'm saying? Because we respect each other more. So men are more respectful because we tell each other less, and women are more disrespectful because they verbally just vomit all over each other. That's a good one. I just thought that up just now. Yeah, I don't want to throw my shoulder out, throw my shoulder out, pat myself on the back, I didn't mean to toot my own horn, but beep, 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 beep.
You got to think about the scenario too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they were golfing, so they were in an environment where you just focus on trying to have fun and get your mind off of things. It's not like they were in a room sitting together and talking. So it's kind of different.
Guys, all you guys that have gone golfing, or like I have friends of mine that are like executives, IT guys, doctors. There's a reason why they golf. It's because you're outside, it's relaxing, and you're focused on a task. All of your woes just are just gone. What are you gonna waste it talking about your divorce or whatever for? That's probably the only relaxing time that you're gonna get that entire week without some broad or some boss or some traffic or whatever messing with you. And you want to, hey, yeah, man, so my girlfriend broke up with me, man. Please. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Okay, so we talked about the red pill being mainstream. I think in a way, younger Gen Z are the most conservative group of men since boomers. I think that I looked at the numbers and I think it's like 47% of Gen X males call themselves feminists. 57% of millennial males call themselves feminists, and then it's like 37 or like 40% of Gen Z. So Gen Z is going in the right direction, and I think that 2020 to 2024, Kevin Samuels, Top G, all those content creators blowing up. These kids were in high school during the cough. They were in middle school during the cough. So all they could do was sit down and look at this content. Plus, they were being told not to do it. You guys remember back in the day when they were like, violent video games cause children to become violent. So guys, what did we do? We went and played more violent video games. You know what I mean? So I think that Gen Z and then Gen A, our talking points are, the media is never going to really, really show our talking points, but as far as like in the zeitgeist, it's there, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Until young men can really, really get the America that their Gen Z, it'd be great grandparents, whatever, they're not going to, drink the Kool-Aid anymore, So red pill versus black pill versus MGTOW. What do those terms mean to you? Yeah.
Here's my thing. Let me start with the black pill. I think black pill is really no different than incel. I really do. I think black pill is no different than incel because it is just too nihilistic. Where I just think the black pill is just too. I think it's a destructive thing. Right, in my opinion, I like MGTOW better. I do like MGTOW better in the sense where you know what it's, I'd rather just go my own way. Right, you're accountable for yourself. You're not blaming others. You're not thinking about women this, women that. But you know what? You're like, you know what? I have respect for myself, so I'm just gonna live for myself.
Yeah.
Well, I just think black pill sometimes it's just the ideology sometimes is no different than incel ideology, where you kind of in a sense maybe blame women more. And I don't view red pill as blaming women for anything. I like you said before, right? It's just we're giving information out. What you do with it is what you will.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer more red pill manosphere content ideology than the black pill stuff.
Everyone's talking about your Iron Man helmet. I'm mysterious. Like, hey, yo, I'm gonna order one. David Dennis said, hey, yo, I just bought one, dog. You're setting trends, Playboy.
I do want to get more Marvel. What is it? Kind of like props and stuff. So I definitely want to get more.
So I have to push back on that a little bit in that incels don't have a choice. Well, they have a choice, but black pills are guys that have options but choose to hardcore walk away. Like there's a guy walk 434. He's an IT guy, makes $250,000, former military guy. He's a subscriber. He's black pill. He's done with women. He's done.
But isn't that MGTOW?
No, because his stance is more hardcore. MGTOW is more indifference. Like a MGTOW guy is going to just walk right past women. A black pill guy is going to cross the street and say, no way. You know what I'm saying? So whereas like an incel is gonna stalk these chicks with his car driving down the street or have a freaking camera and it's on his shoe to look up skirts. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I see black pill as a more firm stance than MGTOW. But so my issue with black pill, in the same way that I say that I don't hate anyone because hate takes effort.
Yeah.
I'm just too lazy to hate anyone. I'm indifferent. I don't get mad. I get annoyed, right? Because to get mad is effort. That's how I see black pill. Black pill is an active effort to disengage from women, whereas MGTOW is just taking that kind of indifference. It's different. So I think that's the thing that incels are pretty much cooked, and black pills can still make the choice to come out of it at any time. They're still attractive or still have the traits to get women. They're just made the hard stance not to do so. Whereas incels, they're the neck bearded dudes living in their mom's basement who haven't even made any attempt at self improvement.
Well, I more see it like what I'm talking about more is like the black pill or incel. Why I would kind of make them similar is that they are too emotional in mindset. Okay, whatever spectrum they fall under, it's just they are. That's why I say like why I more lean toward or I'm more acceptable with the MGTOW where they don't care. Right? They don't think about it. Well, yes, black pill is like it's just you're being way too emotional.
Yeah, I think though that MGTOW black pill, that's the prescription part, and that's why red pill is always superior because we're just pointing it out and saying you can choose to do what you will. So, for instance, no one can. This is why they always attack who says our talking points and how it's said, but they can't destroy our talking points. They can say, "Oh, Devil's Advocate, he's so mean," and or he's in the comic book, so he must be weird. But they cannot ever prove what you're saying is wrong. Guys, put a 1 if you've never ever seen Red Pill talking points disproved. Not once. Not once. Ever.
No, I agree. And
And
because sometimes people they confused, right? What is red pill? They use like because this is why I said red pill isn't mainstream, because they use let's say incel, or they use black pill. They use all these like the extreme ends and make that as red pill, which it's not. And that's how they combat red pill.
Well, I think that once someone has a red pill conversation and they bring up Andrew Tate, they automatically lose. They automatically lose. Automatically. Because here's the thing. What makes a guy red pill, guys? He says he is. We don't have a decoder ring or membership cards or any of that. If a person says they are, they are. We are a loose collective of like-minded men that just aren't having it anymore. That's it. But the moment that something, guys, do you agree, DA, that about every 23 months, 24 months, oh, the red pill is dead. Oh no, this person, guys, they've been saying that forever. It happens about right under every 2 years. Oh, pearly things, Kevin Samuels, Top G, oh my, fresh and fit. Guys, we're still here.
Yeah, no, no one person is. This is why I say it's better off we support each other, because no one person equals a whole movement.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
And that's what makes our movement superior. If you knock down the lead pin, a lot of times a whole bunch of the pins fall down. But if you line all the pins up next to each other horizontally, guess what? You knock one pin down, all the rest of them are still standing, And that's how this new crop of guys are, That's how we are. And guys, I think it's funny too, where do you agree with me, DA, that all these feminists, right? All these chicks that wanted to be out here and be strong and independent, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
There's no positive outcome that's come from feminism. Can you think of a single one?
No.
Right? Guys, there hasn't been a single one. Guys, put a yes or a no, right? Do you think that there's been a single positive outcome from feminism? Yes or no? And do you agree with me that all feminism has done is allow these chicks to end up in all the same negative outcomes as us men? Homeless, addicted to alcohol, on antidepressants. You know what I'm saying? Every single negative thing that's plagued men since time immemorial that women were protected from, now they're there.
I mean, this is the thing. The one thing that you would think that women would benefit from, or women, the positive outcome is equality, but women are now complaining that they're being treated like equal to men.
Yes.
They're complaining that they're getting the equal results that men have, or that men are treating women like equal, 50-50. I mean, that literally, and women are complaining about that.
Yeah.
So that seems like there's no positive outcome.
And Neon says, I prefer black pill. To be honest, the only red pill that I enjoy is you, AJ. I watch Rollo, but laugh, guys. Rollo, I just don't like his content. I don't know. He's the godfather of the red pill, guys. Tom Likas he's the godfather of the red pill. He was saying red pill stuff in 1997. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been getting into him.
Yeah. All of his episodes are on YouTube. He's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
He's awesome. So he says, I understand the danger of black pill. Black pill in the wrong mind can make you violent. That is true. Let me see. Arch Knight, what's up, buddy? Brent's here in Canada. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys, hit the super chat button. Thanks to all you guys that hit up the Cash App. I appreciate that. Guys, we will be live at 4 p.m. tomorrow for a day shift. That'll be Disney's trying to get men back. You guys saw that article that they
I
dropped
saw that. I
on
saw
the
that.
weekend. Yeah, Disney's trying to get. You know what?
That's stupid.
Here. Let's take a little break from the. Well, this is adjacent, right? Let's pump the brakes here, okay? So you're a comic book guy like I am, sci-fi comics. They're cooked, right? Devil's advocate. How cooked are they?
Very, very cooked.
They're cooked. Guys,
No.
cooked. Star Wars, cooked. Star Trek, cooked. Marvel, cooked. Cooked. Guys, they're so cooked. And it's so crazy because they had it. Guys, they have Marvel and Star Wars built in. I remember there was this guy at my old gym. He was like 20, 21. And I'm like, women don't like Star Wars. Wait, bro, you can't say that. I'm like, fine. So the next time that you're on a first date, start talking about Star Wars and see if you get any that night. And he goes, oh, you're right. I'm like, exactly. What are you capping for? Girls don't like Star Trek. Girls don't like Star Wars. Girls don't like Spider-Man. That's how it works. It's a small percentage of women who are into this stuff. And the majority of them are these e-girls who are showing their freaking tatas on Twitch.
I agree.
Like, this is not hard. In the same way that you won't see us running to see the new Sex and the City movie. Guys,
I agree. I think comics or comic book movies, all these things became cooked when they wanted to gear all content towards women or the alphabet people. It's
The
like, seriously, these
LGBTQ.
people didn't even care about it to begin with.
yeah. Or they're a bunch of communists who don't show up to buy anything anyways. You are trying to cater to a group that prides themselves on not consuming anything. I knew comics were cooked, DA, when there was a Daredevil issue and Elektra was in this lab fighting these people who were like, I think it was AIM, and this person was a lab tech and Elektra saving them, and the whole like 5-6 pages of panels was this person explaining to Elektra that they were, and I'm like, wait, what? And Elektra goes, oh, well, welcome to womanhood. And the person goes, how dare you? It's like, this is in the middle of a firefight. Like, who are these people? Why are they trying to rob this lab? What are they there for? The whole comic was about some transformer. I'm like, comic books are cooked. They're cooked.
Exactly.
Absolutely insane. And guys, men, this is why Korean media is taking off. This is why Bollywood is taking off. Guys, Indonesian films, you know what I'm saying? Because they do classic storytelling. Manga, anime, guys, that's what you have to do. Men are gonna get the type of storytelling that we want to watch. Period. And this is why, like, I think it's Tubi or Roku TV has all those old shows from the 2000s. Those channels are going crazy because people are saying that I'd rather watch 90s shows or 80s shows or early 2000 shows because of all this craziness.
Oh, we're about the same age. I miss old school action movies. I miss them so badly.
Yeah.
Seriously, where's our action heroes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't understand why modern entertainment is like so geared towards women or the alphabet people. It's like
the HGT TVs.
It's like, seriously.
Yeah, but I think Thor Skywalker had a video and he was saying, it's funny that, hold on, he articulated this point in that they decided that they were going to make Star Wars geared more towards women because women supposedly had a grievance against it being geared towards men. And that's accepted, but now they've geared it towards women. Men aren't allowed to have our grievance that is the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it funny how that works? And it's
And
so
women
funny.
aren't even consuming it.
Yeah.
They change
Not
it,
at all.
but they don't even consume it.
I always say that Star Wars is a swimming pool, and us guys, because we've been watching Star Wars, the 4 decades I've been, and we're swimming in this pool, and the wokey wokes, they stick their toe in, piss in it, right? And then get mad. We're like, "What are you peeing in our pool for?" Oh, well, you're just a bigot because you won't accept us peeing in the pool. And then when we get out of the pool, oh, well, they're leaving the pool because they're bigots. Like, no, because you pissed in it. I don't want to swim in this anymore, So, okay. So I think I have another question here. Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. I will drop the link in the Discord, guys. I'll be taking calls from Discord members only this time. So, guys, make sure to join the Discord. Where are we? So, we're going to talk about solutions, but what do you think of my concept that there's two things that happen that these feminists didn't plan for? And the first one is that men are asking the most important question that's ever been asked in history. And I call it the bell that can't be unrung. And that's when guys look around and they're saying, what are we getting out of this? A cowboy and a horse. A cowboy's riding his horse in the Old West. And he needs the horse because he can't walk to the next town because he'll die of heat stroke if he tries to walk. Well, the horse doesn't need the cowboy because it can eat plants and find water on its own. What if the horse goes, hey, what am I getting out of this? And bucks the cowboy off and walks away. The cowboy's cooked, right?
Mm-hmm.
A farmer needs an ox to plow the fields, or he can't feed his family or sell his crops to make money. What if the ox goes, what am I getting out of this? The farmer's cooked, right? We're the ox. We're the ox. We're the horse. Guys, we are the horse. Men have asked, what are we getting out of this? And no one's been able to articulate to men that are MGTOW, men that are red pill, men that are black pill. They've not been able to articulate why we need to care anymore. What do you think?
To be honest, I think men are they're on the right path because men are changing. Okay, men are changing. You see the changing of the landscape. Men are adapting. How Passport Bros came up, MGTOW, 50-50 dating, coffee date shit. Men are waking up. They are. This is the thing where women are complaining that men are sassy because men expect equality. Well, men are changing. Men aren't allowing for you to treat him right. You expect equality, yet you want to be treated special. No, more and more men are waking up from that shit. And you said it right, where the younger generation of men are becoming more conservative because men are seeing this shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I think men are waking up. It's a slow grind, but the important part is right. Men like us we should support each other, and all these other men should start listening to the elders, our unks and shit like that. Yeah. So we could support this collective.
Yeah. Yep. And guys, once again, you guys remember back in school, I don't know if these youngins had DARE, but guys, we had DARE, and we had the DARE officer, but then also they would bring guys that were like drug addicts, like former addicts, and they'd be like, guys, don't do what I did. Guys, that's what we're doing, because all of us have simped. All of us have got played. All of us have watched our friends get played, and we're just trying to make it so that you guys don't have to deal with what we've dealt with, right? Exactly. And guys, here's the thing. All of us aren't even that old, guys. I'm 44. I've dealt... Guys, all us guys, you might think things have changed, but they really haven't changed. Us Generation X guys, you're 44 to about 61. We were the first group of dudes that got the 304s and were expected to be traditional to 304s. We were the first. it went on overdrive with millennials and Gen Z, but we were the first. Guys, this is how big a simps that we were.
Mm.
We had, think about the 90s R&B. We had Shy and Jodeci and all these love songs. We're singing all these chicks. You know what I'm saying? We were raised to be super simps.
Exactly.
Super simps. If you were born anywhere from 69 to 1980, you were raised to be a super simp. We got to watch Urkel get dissed by Laura all the time. You know what I'm saying? We thought that that's how it worked.
The Disney effect. The Disney effect.
Yeah.
No.
So the other part I say is the second question that men ask. Well, devil's advocate, you can't say this type of stuff. You can't talk this way about women. And you go, or else what? Or else what? That's a powerful thing, isn't it? That's a powerful thing. You can't say this about insert this group. And the guy stands on the table, grabs his nuts and says, or else what? What are you going to do about it? Red pill guys, you can't shame us. You can't. We are going to say what we're going to say. We're going to stand on business. Period. Or else what? What? You can't. Hey, DA, what's the very first video that you made where you got pushback on? Like where people in your comments were saying,
How dare you?
Oh, I mean, we'll talk about this, right? You said women. I had a big pushback from when I talked about how black women are. Right? So that's I got a lot of pushback for that.
You got a bunch of I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch.
Yeah, I had a lot of pushback. Because one of the things I like to support. I mean, we'll talk about it. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I've dated predominantly black women, so I've said this. I understand the hardships of black men.
Better you than me, playboy. I'm allergic to him. No thanks.
I mean,
dude.
I've learned from my lessons, so I understand.
all those.
I mean, like
friggin',
I don't know if we'll talk about it, but like we probably grew up in the same time where we were conditioned to, oh, you should want the strong, independent women.
Yeah.
And I was saying I was a simp, right?
Yeah, me too.
I was beta, and I think, oh, you know what? We as men should be going for strong, independent women,
Yeah.
all that shit. And like I learned that, wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Now I say, guys, college is almost a disqualifier for chicks now. I'm serious. I'm dead ass, guys. Like I used to think this is how, so I'm from Seattle, so I was so blue pill, guys. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna meet a girl in college, and she's gonna have her degree and her career, and we're gonna be a power couple. Ugh, guys, you know what I mean? Like that's what this simping will do. Guys, I'm gonna drop the link in the Discord, so anyone who wants to come on up, just hit the link. Okay, so okay, here we go. So, the friend zone, my friend. I know that you just did a live. Oh, sorry. The very first video that I got pushback on, I did the whole, if a woman lies to you that she's on birth control, which guys never believe them. But if you shoot up the club and she's pregnant and she says that she's going to keep it, right? And she wants to make you a parent against your will, and the DNA test says it's yours, guys, if it was me, all she's getting from me is direct deposit, straight up. I'm dead ass. I'm serious. Do you know how many people, male and female, were on my channel?
How dare you?
No, guys, I don't have to teach a little bastard how to play catch. No, if I say I don't want to be a parent, I'm going to do what's legally responsible. And I wish some 14-year-old would come knocking on my door. Are you Mr. AJ? Yes, you're my daddy. Can you take about 3 steps back? Bam! And I slammed the door straight in their face. You can't shame me. You can't do it. Oh, well, AJ, I don't have to do anything. If I tell a woman, I don't want to be a parent, okay? And the condom breaks or whatever, she chooses to, we can't do financial baby deletions on the man side. All I'm gonna do is what is legally required. I am beyond shame at this moment, guys. You cannot shame me. And guys, another thing is women's tears don't affect me. I say this on the channel all the time. Part of being a man is steeling yourself to the effects of women's tears, because it don't work on me anymore. But so the friend zone. DA, give your advice to the men out there about the friend zone, because I know that you just had a live stream about this, right? Recently.
Yeah. I do talk about it from time to time. I mean, like we probably know it, right? We grew up as simps, so never be with women that don't want you.
Facts.
No. Because if you're in the friend zone, one, you are a fool because you're hoping to be her second choice, to be the man she settles for. And second, she doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
She's not going to respect you. And it's like, this is a thing where you don't respect yourself too.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's a tenet of my channel. I promote men. We have to respect ourselves. Right? I've seen so many men who have zero self-respect, and that right there is sad to me. I don't know why we have so many men that are fine with being settled for, are fine with being used, are fine with getting like the bare minimum. It's like so many men are doormats, are spineless, have no self-respect. It's a sad thing.
Yeah. Yep. Because guys, first of all, only interact with chicks that you're sleeping with, you are related to, or if it's at work. You guys know what I say. Keep the talking to female coworkers to a minimum. Okay, guys, don't talk to them. Don't look at them. If they say hi. But guys, no lunches, no traveling, no mentoring, no happy hours, no none of that, because you can get cooked. But guys, if you have a female friend, guys, what do you even get out of having a female friend? Nothing. What do they get out of having you as a friend? Devil's advocate, can you come and help me move this furniture? My car is breaking down. Can you come help me? Guys, you are giving away for free your most important asset, and that's your time. So, guys, this says men and women can't be friends. And you can tell a chick wrote this. I hate this line, or something along the lines to this, with a burning passion. Often, the logic is that one of the people will inevitably catch feelings. That's ruining the friendship. I believe men and women have been socially conditioned in such a way that we could be normal platonic friendships is pathologized. So she's trying to say that the idea that men and women can't be friends is conditioning. Come on, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
She says, think of preschoolers who befriend someone of the opposite gender. Suddenly it's, oh, is that your girlfriend, boyfriend? Or talking about them falling in love. Children then stop associating with the opposite gender. That isn't true. Guys, once puberty hits, and then all of a sudden it's like, you kind of wake up a little bit, you know? This grows into the circular logic of men and women are just different, which is an annoying utterance, because when you get down to it, you realize there's little justification behind it. Guys, this has to be a woman saying this. This has to be. This has to be. Women gain from male friends. They get attention, validation, free rides, free food, all this foolishness.
Exactly.
Look at that, guys. I think emotionally mature people prove that this is bunk by being open to being friendly to anyone, but it still does agitate me when I see this phrase doled out. It's even worse when someone gets in a relationship and the partner starts controlling them with ish like, why do you need female friends? Or I don't trust males. I know what they want, guys. You see, this is a chick. This is a chick. She was with a guy, and the guy was getting mad that she had all these simps in her orbit. You know what I'm saying? Guys, never date chicks that have a bunch of guy friends. Never, ever, 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 ever. Look at that. I don't know, man. Guys, any guy who settles for the friend zone, someone says there's no value in women as friends, is something that I've heard a lot of men on Reddit say. It's true. It's true. And guys, we all know one thing about these women that have a lot of male friends, right?
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
That's the thing about these shits. Damon with $20 says young men, so one out of 100 men will be able to resist a trap of being friends, but save to be that one because it'll save you sanity. Facts, guys. I call the whole friends conversation that we're just friends the kiss of death, right? Because guys, that means as long as you know her, you're cooked, right? Kiss of death, guys. She lets you know exactly how she feels. She's basically saying, I don't want to have sex with you, but I want to use you for things. And there are men with no self-respect, just like DA said, that, oh, one day, bro, one day, Tyler, one day she's going to like me, bro, even though she gets piped down by Chad and Tyrone and Nug Nug. Please. Thanks for the $20, man. Appreciate that, my brother.
You are scaring the hoes.
Yeah, man. Oh, so DA, have you ever been in the friend zone where you looked up and you were like, what am I doing?
Yes, exactly. I when I was young, I mean, like we said, you know, we've all been simp when we were young. We were all fed this idea of how to treat women, and through experience, I've learned that that's just this is how you treat women, but we neglect how we're treating ourselves.
Yeah.
This is why I say you have no self-respect. You are a doormat. We are expected to allow women to treat us like doormats.
Yeah.
It's just disrespect. And I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I want to, with my content I promote is that there are so many men that self-delete. There's so many men that are suffering. And one of the biggest thing is that so many men have no respect for themselves.
Yeah. It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. And once again, a lot of guys really, really, really feel isolated and alone. I used to do Courtroom Madness was a live stream that I would do where I would go over this courtroom footage of these guys getting cooked. And you start to see these stories of like even subscribers of mine that are like, I got cooked in divorce, false accusations because the ex-wife was saying that I did this because of the custody and all this foolishness, you know? But all right, so next question, my friend. For the sake of dating, right? And guys, put the group that we decided on during our live stream back in May. Guys, what race of chick is the worst to date and what is the best? Guys, put what we put as the worst and then put what we put as the best in the chat. DA, what do you think?
Well, I mean, let me say this. My view is very skewed. I've only dated black women.
Only?
Yeah, I've only had one Asian girl, and that wasn't that great. So my main history has been mainly black women. So all I could say is that the best is black women, but the worst is also black women. So,
So that shirt's covering up all the stab wounds and the slashes from the razors and all that.
I can tell you, definitely not easy. Definitely not
hot
easy.
grease thrown on you. No, but okay. So I think universally, my channel B-dubs are the worst, and then we said for actual dating and long-term relationships, that it was probably Asian chicks, meaning like these are the ones that haven't like been brainwashed by college yet. Because here's the thing. Now, okay, so I'm from Seattle, so there was a lot of like first generation Koreans, Japanese, Vietnamese, Cambodians, or whatever. So like I've dated a lot of Korean girls, Cambodian girls, or whatever. But like any immigrant group, that by the time they're second, third generation, they're just as goofy as as regular chicks. I do a lot of the student loans and the useless degrees. You know things are bad when you see all the Asian girls I went to college with. They were the only hot chicks that were in engineering classes were either like Chinese immigrants, you know what I'm saying, Indian chicks or whatever. But now you see Asians majoring in gender studies. You know we're cooked. You know we're cooked when the Asians are doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would say that B-dubs, see, it's different because a B-dub will treat you differently than she treats me. I've been with a couple of black girls, and before we started dating, I saw them dating like a white guy or a Hispanic guy. And then the moment that they talk to me, it's completely different. And so honestly, that's a cultural thing because there's a disdain and low-level hatred that black women have for black men, period, right? And that's all part of the last 50 years and the Democrats and all that other stuff, right? So, but you see that in the same way that black women say that, oh, well, when a white guy dates out, it's always an average or below average chick, right? But at the same time, whenever a black girl especially dates a white guy, he's a neck-bearded below average dude, right?
Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think of this? And guys, who else in here is from the West Coast or from the Pacific Northwest? I know Colin is. Hey, Korg, what's up, dude? Steve is here. What's up? Where I'm from, white girls hate Asian girls because the stereotype is all the best white guys get with and marry Asian women. So all the white girls can't stand it. Anytime that they see an attractive white dude with an Asian, right? Oh boy. All of a sudden it's,
I'm gonna kill you, you fucking whore.
you know what I'm saying? In the same way that B-dubs don't like white chicks. But here's another thing. Do you agree with me here? Eastern women are to Western women what white women are to B-dubs. You know how B-dubs can't stand the fact that black men have more options and will date out? Western women can't stand the fact that there's guys in the United States and Canada and the UK who will go to Thailand or Cambodia or Turkey or anywhere in the East or South America. They can't stand it. They can't. They want a captive audience, you know?
No, I do agree that it's a slow movement. I do think it's a slow movement. Not enough men are waking up. They're not. I don't think there's not enough men are waking up to the possibilities, right, of being, opening your dating market to the whole world. I think but that right there is what women view as dangerous because they know more option men have, they will be struggling even more.
That's true. Yep. But I think it's funny that up until recently, women have always known that they've had to compete for men, right? Like in high school, chicks know that they have to try and compete to get the attention of the captain of the football team, right? Or like back in the 50s, the 60s in small town America, these girls wanted to marry the dentist or the doctor, the town doctor, or the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Now chicks, especially B-dubs, the very idea that they would have to compete for any guy. If you even say that, it's
how dare you?
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing about us black men. If every marriageable black man were to marry a black woman, there would be 2 million more black women left. And they don't think that just by numbers alone that they need to compete. And now, once again, us blacks, we are the canary in the coal mine. So whatever happens to us first happens to white guys, and then it hits you Asian guys and Hispanic guys. You know what I'm saying? So these Western women, this is why they have to low key be racist and say, oh well, these men, devil's advocates going to the Philippines where all these women are ignorant and can't read and live in mud huts. Like, that's so racist. They're just, because the guy that you could possibly want is choosing to date outside the United States, you're just gonna say all women outside the United States are backwards and friggin' starting fire with sticks. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, Korg, man, thanks. Says he likes the show. Guys, make sure to go to Devil's Advocate's channel. Lenny, can you drop the link to his channel, please? Once again, guys, show him some love. Oh, hey, DA, how often do you go live?
I go live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Okay.
So please check it out.
Yeah, guys, he goes live quite a bit, just like I do. That was one of the things that had attracted me to your channels, is you're one of the few red pill guys that actually goes live a lot, because that's one of the reasons why I started my channel being the way it is to have it be more interactive. You know what I'm saying? And that it's nice to just make videos and all, but people need to have a place where they can actually, be in the chat or call in or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way, where I wanted to build a community of like brothers, right?
Yeah.
Where we could talk, like you said, right? Shoot the shit. We could joke around. We could like, just bust on each. I mean, again, we probably grew up in the same generation.
Yeah.
We bust on each other. We just fuck around. So
yeah.
Okay,
next question here. Okay, hey guys. Do you remember we did the live stream, guys, where we asked what age group of women were the worst? 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, right? So like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Do you remember, guys, that we settled on 30-year-olds being the worst? That was where the poll landed. I had pulled it up, right? And the reason why we settled on this, okay, here's our theory here, guys. Women in their late 40s and 50s, they will divorce their husband for no reason, and they're delusional, and they're always crying about, I miss my husband. I should have never left him. Blah 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 blah. But they are delusional because they've been out of the dating game for so long, right? The women that are in their 40s are the same way, but there's a large group of them that have never been married, right? And they're single moms by choice. But the women in their 30s and the women in their 40s are still delusional enough to think that they can date like they're in their 20s. Women in their 30s, they're even more cooked, because oftentimes they're still kind of hot enough to actually look like they're in their 20s, but they have young kids and they're still trying to date like they're in their 20s. So they are completely delusional. If you meet a chick who's 33, 34, she probably has a 3-year-old, or like a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, was engaged and then never got married, and then once devil's advocate, oh, I'm a born again virgin. What do you think? I know that was a lot of information there, but here you go.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would say any particular age group, but I always say this: as women get older, they become bigger red flags.
Yeah, facts.
So more as they get older and still in the dating market, they just become bigger red flags. There's a reason why, older women can't settle down or can't get a man. Yeah. And dating, I've said this in my own show, dating for women is easy. So if you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on, and still trying to find a man, there's a reason why.
Well, but here's the thing that women in their 40s and 50s don't understand. There's 3 types of guys that are single in their mid to late 40s and 50s. Number 1 is the guy who got his balls burned in a divorce. Okay, he's 45. He got divorced at like 40. I mean, at 37. So he's 45 to 48. His child support's almost done. His alimony is almost done. He's managed to call himself back up financially. Bought his house. Bought a motorcycle. Has a dog. Has the season tickets to his baseball team. Has his old Chevelle he's working on, and he never wants to see a woman again. Guy number 2 is the guy who's been waiting till he's partner at the law firm, waiting till he's head of surgery. He's waiting till his roofing business is taken off. He's 45. He wants 7 kids. So who's he going to marry? A 40-year-old? No, he's going to marry a 23-year-old. And the last guy is a guy who's 48 and never married because he's Nug Nug or Pookie or Gavin, the starving artist. Most of these chicks, like this chick right here,
Hey, everybody.
they can only attract guy number 3. Because the first 2 guys are not having it. They are not having it. Why would Gray Fox Chad put up with some 48-year-old loudmouth broad? Why? It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm,
You know? So here we go. What?
Hey, everybody. It's your favorite dating over 50s idiot. And I said I was going to be really transparent and vulnerable.
Oops, sorry.
And really, I'm just doing this because I know probably a lot of women like me just feel lonely and hurt. And God, guys suck. I got the most disgusting messages all day long. And then I got my hair done for a date. And he canceled. But it's okay. I'm not crying over him.
As she's crying right now. What an absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
I wasn't really feeling it anyway. He was very selfish.
Oh, I didn't want to go out. He was very selfish, but she was going to go out with him. Okay.
And non-reciprocal. But I just wanted to say, like, we need to start some sort of club, like
Club.
the dating over 50 club. I don't know. We got to think of a cool name.
Cat Lady Club.
So anyway, I don't have
The Washed Up Wine Drinkers Club.
a story for you. I'll tell you about my story another time, but thanks for watching.
It's so funny because you look at these chicks in their 50s and they sound exactly like girls that are in their 20s. Look at this.
Trying to date in your 50s is just setting yourself up for failure. I don't want to compromise or conform, and I don't want to babysit. I just didn't see babysitting anyone other than my grandchildren in my future. I don't want to.
Any takers, guys? Hey, Steve, you're 61. Hey, yo, man, yeah. She's all yours, buddy. And she's like a nurse or something. Oh, no. Here, DA, dude. She's all yours, buddy. All you got to have is a Starbucks gift card, and you can take her out a date.
But this is the problem, right? They're this old, but they are so selfish.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't want to change. I don't want to do. Well, then you might as well just stay by yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't, what are men getting at your like? This is the problem. Why I said like as they get older, they become bigger red flags because as women get older, they get more selfish. They don't care what a man gets from dating them.
Yep. I. Me. My wants. Oh, hey. So here, let me do this quick. Okay, so I had put something in your chat. What do you think of men's nature is inherently selfless and women's nature is inherently selfish? Yeah, do you agree?
I agree 100%.
Guys, our nature is to sacrifice for family, children, neighborhood, country, etc. Right? Women's nature is selfishness because they have to worry about themselves and then being able to somehow acquire stability for their offspring or their children or whatever, or at least that's me putting it in a positive light, right? But the only thing that made women act selfless was religion, gender norms, and shame. And now those things are going away, and we're seeing what women's true nature is. Guys, I'm not religious at all, but I see its uses. You know what I'm saying? There's a usefulness to religion. There's practical use for religion, and a lot of that is the social norms, the gender roles that it promotes, right? The accountability that's built in, you know. But now all that's gone, and guys, these women have been free to succeed, and they're free to fail, and they're choosing to fail. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying?
No, exactly. You're correct. I mean, like women themselves have made dating hard.
Yeah,
they made dating impossible.
Yep.
I mean, this is the thing where men always knew women are selfish, but men dealt with it because at least that they had the respect, they had the authority, you know, they had all the responsibility, but at least that came with authority.
Yeah.
Now, women still want to put all the responsibility on men, but no authority at all.
Yeah.
So men are saying like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point of dealing with selfish women when you really get nothing out of it?
But even protection, right? You women expect men to protect them. So the women of the village were under the protection of the men, but they wouldn't go run out to a friggin' bear's cave and run into the cave and then get mauled and be like, why didn't you protect me? It was expected that they would stay within the village and that men would have some type of authority. Guys, what are you going to be with? Well, this is why you never go out with a girl who's always in the club or in bars and putting herself in dangerous situations. Guys, bad things shouldn't happen, but they do. And these women put themselves at risk, and they expect men to just magically be able to just teleport there and protect them, you know? So
I love what Red Door Woman said. No other woman I've ever heard saying she would honor a man.
Yeah.
Right? That level of respect, men don't get it.
Yeah.
Men don't get respect like that anymore.
And that's all we asked for. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. It's true.
Men ask for very little. They just like, at least you could do is respect men. But no, we are living in a generation where everyone is disrespecting men consistently.
Yep. Misandry and gynocentrism is everywhere. And it's so crazy because they're so nuts that they just can't think of a world where men are not thinking about them. This is us blacks do the same thing. I don't, but there's a lot of black people who go, oh, well, everywhere we go, there's white people trying to mess with us. You think white people give a damn? These women just do. Men don't give a damn about you women. If DTM buys a cabin in the woods and he wants to be left alone, they're gonna be like, well, he's out there planning something against a woman. No, he's not. He just wants to go out there and be left the hell alone. So,
bro, I like your attitude. If you're going to talk about race, anytime you have a live that you talk about race, let me jump on.
About it all the time, dude. If you here, what do you here? Cook, dude. Let's go. The floor is yours, buddy. We talk about race all the time.
No, I mean, I get a lot of hate of people like, especially from the black community, saying, "Oh, what is this Asian bull talking about? Black people for?" Well, this is the thing where, I got to see the logic in it. So
here's the thing: if you throw a brick into a pack of dogs, only the one that gets hit. Yeah, guys. Here's the thing, guys. Can you think of any person that you know of that's more critical of the black community other than me? And I am black. I've been black for 44 years, man. It's so bad. Okay, so when I bought my house, I drove around to make sure that there's as few people who look like me as possible. Okay, I made sure that there was no 2003 Impalas on spinning rims. I drove by at a Tuesday at like 11 a.m. and made sure there was no one sitting on their front porch drinking 440s. I made sure because if there's one, I grew up in the Washington State, so there was only like 33 black kids in my high school. So I know how to deal with white people. Okay, guys, if there's one thing white people are, it's predictable. Because I can drive through my neighborhood and I can tell you exactly when all my neighbors leave and go to work, when all my neighbors mow the lawn. They're predictable. Devil's advocate and I can walk into a dive bar where there's a bunch of white hipsters. We can play some darts and chill. But if we go into DC or Charlotte or St. Louis and there's a whole bunch of people who look like me, forget about it. I'm not going in there. I'm not. Because there's always some foolishness. Always. Because I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. The whole Carnival Cruise thing.
Oh.
I had a video on.
Oh.
Carnival Cruise. Guys, when you let... guys, the majority of blacks aren't ratchet. Okay? That's just the way it works. But there's something about when you get too many of us in one place. We don't check the ratchetness. Guys, we are the only race of people that define ourselves by the lowest group.
Exactly.
Every race has their trash. White people that are working class, middle class, upper class don't hang out with trailer trash Tammy. Asians have their group of trash people, but they don't hang out with them. Blacks are the only ones where you will see a black CEO and Nug Nug go to the same barbershop. Why? Why?
We shame, right? Bring back shame.
Yeah.
Bring back shame.
And he says Carnival Cruise sponsored by Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But it's true though, guys. It's true. I have never been the one to say, oh, well, you aren't black if you don't listen to said music, or you aren't black if you don't do such and such. Because everyone who says, oh, well, AJ, you talk white and act white, everyone who's ever told me that can freaking pump my gas. Here, I can buy them and sell them for 75% off. They're all bums. Everyone who's ever told me that. I had a guy say, oh, wow, AJ, you act white because I read. I'm serious. I remember I used to work in a restaurant in grad school, and I was sitting there reading the Elminster series of fantasy books. Oh, AJ, you one of them smart brothers. You act white, because you read. I'm like, whoa, wait. Because I'm reading a book?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And it's so funny because blacks didn't used to be this. Here, you know what? Here, man, you got me started. Here we go. Blacks didn't used to be this way. Where are we at here? Look at this. Look at this. Black people, 1940.
Exactly. During that time, black community were the strongest they were ever.
Look at this. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. That was the time where there was a community.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. You understand? And guys, there we go. Look at that, guys. This is how black people used to be. And guys, once again, of course, there was Jim Crow and all this other stuff, because that was only in the South. Guys, blacks in Chicago, blacks in Boston, blacks in New York didn't deal with all of the same stuff that the blacks in the South did. But we only define our culture by the civil rights struggle that was in the South. It doesn't make any sense. That's why it drives me nuts that California is trying to do reparations for their black residents. California didn't have slavery, you morons. That's like the UK. How many times have you heard British black women, actually, because of Jim Crow and slavery? There was no Jim Crow and slavery in Britain, you moron. What are you talking about? But yeah, the thing about it is, people always say, oh, well, why do Asians do so well when it comes to academics, economics, whatever? It's because Asian people work hard.
Yeah, we don't ask for handouts.
Nope.
And that's the problem. You know, we promote hard work.
Yeah.
We promote perseverance. This is
Yep.
like I go into the beginning of the stream where I'm talking about why I love Red Pill. Is that's what we're promoting. We're not asking handouts. You know, pick yourself up. Let's get moving. Let's get fighting.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask for the government to step in because that's why you don't need a father in the home.
But the thing about like all the pro-black spaces and all this other stuff is they keep trying to state what the problem is or say the problem was. Like, I understand, even if there is a problem, okay, we accept it. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
With Red Pill, we are with the now what part. We have stated the problem, right? And we're saying, men, you cannot focus on just whining about the issues. Even if what these pro-blacks say, and we live in a white supremacist society, and white privilege, which I don't believe. We live in a society where the majority just happens to be white, right? But there's majority privilege, not white privilege. Because if we lived in China, the Chinese would have privilege. If you live in Turkey, the Turkish have privilege. But we live in the country on earth where there's the smallest gap between the minorities and the majority.
Yeah.
You think China tries to make their minorities feel equal? You think Japan or Mongolia or anywhere else? It's absolutely insane. You know, it's so bad in Japan. My friends in Argentina are all Japanese, but because they were born in Argentina, they're not considered Japanese. They are othered. You know what I'm saying? They can't even immigrate to Japan. Yeah, even though they speak Japanese, their family is Japanese, right? So I find it funny that people have this Amerocentric hate. Where they're like,
I hate that.
well, America.
I honestly hate people that hate America. I really do.
Get out. That's all I can say. Get out. I want a trade program where we can trade smart foreigners for these wokey wokes. Because guys, put a 1 if your most patriotic friends are legal immigrants. My most flag waving, patriotic, I love America friends, all these.
I do want to say, right, one of my most viral TikTok, and it got me banned from TikTok, right, is I said that, you know what, Asian people support the deportation of illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
That got me so many death threats.
Yeah.
Like so many death threats by the Democrats, by the left. Yeah, I don't know if you know Anton Daniels?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did a reaction on my video that went viral.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a highlight. Right? I'm a small time creator, right? Small, very small.
Do you have the link?
I do. I mean, let me show it to you.
Yeah, drop it in the private chat.
That was history for me. That was amazing.
But yeah, all my Ethiopian friends, all my Romanian friends, all my Chinese friends, guys, they love America. And what I'm saying is, America sucks compared to where?
Exactly.
People look up and they're like, we're not utopia. It's like, well, we're not the Middle East. We aren't, Southeast Asia or Eastern Europe. We aren't Europe because Europe sucks. How about that? Let me see here. Let me do this real quick. Here's the thing. Hey, DA, you guys know this? They're like, oh, well, there's no due process. Yes, there is. Mm-hmm. Every single person that ICE goes and arrests, a judge has signed off on the order to go get them. Every single person. ICE just doesn't run and grab people off the street. They just don't do it. Every single order has been signed by a judge. They talk about the judges that are trying to fight the orange man, but they don't talk about the ones that are signing off on these orders. They have a list, and they're checking it twice. They're going to find out who's not here next. All right, let me click on your video here. Let's see. All right, guys, let's look at DA's moment here.
I'll say this right.
There he is. Let's go. Look at that, guys. We are in the presence of greatness. Let's go.
Nobody.
I'm a nobody, but it's like I've been seeing so many people asking Asian creators to speak up about the whole riots in LA and all these.
Yeah, not your problem. Just like it's not black people's problem either. It's not our fight, guys. This is not about race. It's not about class. This is about legal status. Period. DA, what is your ethnic background?
I'm Vietnamese.
Oh, so my friends are Cambodian, and my friend's one of 12. His parents came here to escape the Khmer Rouge, right? They carried 6 kids through a minefield to get to the last plane out of Cambodia to the United States. The Khmer Rouge had mined the road to get to the airport. So there was people. My friend's dad had 4 kids, and the mom had 2. And they're running, and there's people exploding on the road next to them. Think about how insane that is. They got to the last plane out of there, did the paperwork, and they've been here since like the mid 70s or whatever. So they are the most patriotic group of people. They came here legally because the planes were saying it will give you. They were real asylum seekers, but they have been here for 40 years. They're all citizens now. All my friends' siblings they did it the right way. So I'd be pissed if I was them and I ran through a minefield and these migrants are just showing up here. Makes no sense. So
deportation things. I'll say this, right? I'm a nobody, but it's like I've been seeing so many people asking Asian creators to speak up about the whole riots in LA and all these deportation things. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. Asian people, we support the country. We support, the betterment of the country. We support that. So what is there to say? We support the deportations of illegals. It is honestly tiring, because here's the thing. We want the country to be better. We want the country to, if you did it legally, if you stand in line, if you paid the price, right? You paid the money and all that, you did all the process, the paperwork, all the stuff, which usually most Asian people do. Why would we care about someone jumping in line, crossing the border and all this stuff? Why should we, be happy about that? We're not really.
How dare you?
This is the thing where we're not really dependent. Asian people aren't really dependent on, migrant labor, right? Not like other people. We're not really dependent on migrant labor. So we're not going to cry that the U.S. is pretty much backing what they promised. The U.S. promised, or this presidency promised, that they would deport illegal immigrants. They're doing.
People are pissed at this guy. If you go into their comments, and of course, I'm always
that video got me banned.
Guys.
City boy.
Let's go, guys. Put a couple of ones in the chat for Devil's Advocate here, guys. Let's go. He is cooking. Yeah, he says he's on fire. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that.
I'll support content creators by giving them credit. If you go into their comments, you'll see that they're basically calling him, or they're calling the Asian community, which Asian community is not a monolith.
Yeah.
There's different types of Asians. You got the Japanese, you got the Chinese, you got Vietnamese. You got so many different Asian types, right? It breaks down, but that goes without saying. But they're basically saying the Asian community is the most pick-me of all of the different types of minorities that make up the people that could or couldn't be impacted by illegal migrants coming into this country, because they are not making a big fuss about it. Personally, and maybe y'all timeline might be a little bit different, people have not been sending me videos of any Asian creators. I have not seen any in recent memory that I can think of right off the top of my head, but people have not been sending me any content from Asian creators that are basically saying oh man, we got to protest. We got to go out there. Maybe they are smarter.
Because Asians are too busy working. They have these things called jobs.
Exactly. That's what we're caring about. We're caring about, right? Making our money.
Yeah.
Protecting, providing for our family.
Yeah.
Right? Trying to create a future.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Guys, did you ever hear the story that Joe Rogan said about his friend that he used to train Taekwondo with, and his friend was in medical school and was still training for the Olympics? So this kid in between classes would load his backpack up with bricks and run the stairs and do handstand push-ups and like burpees in the stairwell in between classes. So he was an Olympic Taekwondo athlete and was in medical school at the same time. Absolutely insane.
Than everybody else, because even if they disagree with it, they're not openly saying it, and they certainly not out in the streets getting themselves or crashing out over the fact that people that are here illegally shouldn't be here. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that are finessing in the Asian community. I mean, there's a ton of people that are finessing all day long. So I'm not speaking to the innocence or the guilt of it. What I am saying is, if you are a person that is over here illegally, or you are a person that is doing something that you're not supposed to do, let's just remove the immigration part out of it. Why would you want to bring visibility, more visibility to yourself, instead of trying to figure out how you can get around a situation or work through it or get your papers or get in line? You know, maybe we didn't do this the right way. Maybe we haven't been taking care of business up to this point, whatever, so on and so forth. Why wouldn't you want to try to figure out how to put yourself in the best position possible, or not have as much visibility on yourself? I just did a video, or I did a live stream yesterday, or maybe it was the day before yesterday. Either way, I did a live stream yesterday on the Millionaire Morning Show, where one of the stories that I talked about was the fact that, you know, in one particular community, they had raided a nail salon where they basically had arrested like 12 people that was over here illegally. You didn't hear a peep. You didn't hear a peep. The only people that were speaking on it, especially on camera, were white people, white apologists, and black people that were in the comments of the video. Other than that, the super liberals. Other than that, you don't hear, and maybe I'm off, and y'all let me know inside of the chat, you don't hear people in the Asian community be super vocal about what we see happening as far as the deportation of illegal or undocumented immigrants that are over here and overstayed their welcome. You don't hear it at all. And I know that they finesse. I know that there's a culture of Asian people that fly over here and hide their pregnancy and have their child over here in order to have dual citizenship for that child in particular. So, you know, I know that there are different things that's happening.
Here's the thing. Once again, guys, they keep their heads down. They work and they shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing that I don't understand. Guys, other than that one Indian guy who got caught, he's all crying in his wife's arms. Guys, and they actually just got like 2,000 Chinese people in raids in like San Francisco, whatever. But in general, a lot of Asians do still either get citizenship or get a visa or do something, you know?
And again, I think there's good and bad in every single community, but the one thing that you see in mass, you don't see no protests, you don't see no signs, you don't see none of that. Are they getting arrested and stuff? I've seen different stories of them getting arrested and stuff, but you just don't see it. It's not something that's being reported, or it's not something that they bring in visibility to themselves, no matter what, you know, nationality that you are in the Asian community.
That. Why are you crying? Why are you crying about it? This is the thing where, you know,
I'm gonna need you to cover your mouth, big dog.
Immigrants are waving the flags of other countries, burning down the flag of the U.S., and then you think Asian people want to support that? No, they want to stay away from that. They don't want to be grouped in with these people. That's the thing. Asian people want to, you know, focus on themselves and their community and their country. They don't want to be grouped in with these people. So really, stop asking Asian influencers to speak up about it because you won't like what they say. You won't like what they say. So really, it's better off that they do the content that they're doing instead of, say things you don't like. Because here's the thing. Asian people don't want to focus on the negativity and, say what they're really thinking. Deport, right? Deport illegal immigrants.
That's the first.
And it's so funny because it's not like there's a lot of, prominent Asian creators anyways, right? So you're going to be an Asian guy or a woman that's clawed their way into Hollywood, clawed their way to the top of TikTok or YouTube. And then what? Well, we're going to talk about Palestine, man. That's freaking self-deletion in social media because you can never be woke enough. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Guys, you can never be woke enough, ever. The moment that you bend the knee, they're going to want you to freaking start digging. And the hole's never going to go deep enough.
That's why I was targeted because, I didn't follow their thing. But, because I have a more of a red pill mindset, I ain't going to follow, the mainstream media like that.
First,
let's see the comments here while he's talking.
I think that I've reviewed that you guys have sent me from the Asian community is.
Someone says, hold on, let's do this. Make this bigger. Why is this? What's with YouTube all of a sudden? Let's see. Someone says, Asian Vietnamese here came back in the 80s, waited at a refugee camp in Malaysia for years to get paperwork, did everything legally, love America, pay taxes for 30 years, served in the military. I hate line skippers. Look at that. Person said, Asian here, we're too busy working, getting money, not woke politics. Someone says, all Asians know, so all of us Asians know that completing without a solution is called whining. We're problem solvers, not crybabies. Chick says, Filipino here, I agree with them. 10 million%. Screw those people who are asking me to support those who break the law. Look at that. So the majority of us Asians came here legally, not burning down houses and destroying your own cities. And guys, my friend's Eritrean, right? He had to wait in the Netherlands for like 5 years to actually be able to come to the United States. 5 years.
I just wish Anton linked my YouTube account, not my banned TikTok account.
Did you put in the comments, hey, that's me. Thanks for reacting to my TikTok?
I did, but no one's gonna notice.
Put it again. That's what I do.
I'll probably will.
Chow Time and a couple other larger content creators, they will react to my stuff. Of course, he actually links the videos. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
the YouTubes, but yeah, that's what I would do. I would do it like 2 or 3 times so you can get some credit for it because this has 502,000 views. Yeah,
I was hyped. I was hyped when such a big creator was reacting to a video of mine.
Yeah. This will happen again. Happen to you once it happens again. There are certain things with YouTube growth that you kind of don't really know like until it happens. So, for instance, I have this video here. Hold on, where's my channel? So this video here has 137,000 views.
Oh, that's
badass. I put it out there, and I didn't know anything about YouTube. I had like 116 subs. Guys, please drop. Lenny dropped Devil's Advocate's channel. Guys, go over there and subscribe to him, please. I had 116 subs, and after this video, I had 1,100. So in like less than a month, I got like 1,000 subs this video. But I didn't know how to link other videos in the comments. I didn't know how to put videos at the end. I didn't know how to embed so that people who clicked on the video that they would go to more of my content. So I actually didn't I wasn't able to take advantage of this video as much. So, but you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? So you are going to make a video.
It's just the grind.
This one, 73K. It'll just blow up. And then there are times where ones that are old, you're like, what in the world? This one here, I did 2 years ago, and it got like an extra 20,000 views last year. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So, but yeah. So I think I have another question for you. You know, I'll drop the link in the chat, guys. Anyone who wants to come on up, guys, I'm gonna need you to turn on your camera first before I let you up, please. You can turn it off once I let you up, but guys, please turn on your camera. We haven't had to do that before, but after the other day, guys, I have to make sure that I recognize the people who are coming up. Okay, let's go. Give me a second to pull up my notes here. Okay, single moms. I know we talked about single moms, right? Guys, I say never, ever, ever date single moms. Guys, if it was up to me, they would wear like the scarlet letters. So, guys, single moms should be pariahs. Okay, that's the only way that we're gonna stop this is shame. Because guys, we can't stop nug. Us men are doing what we're supposed to do. The majority of men right now are either married or they're single and childless. In the Black community, 16% of men are responsible for 70% of the children. How are us men supposed to stop those guys? The women have to take the initiative and understand that they shouldn't be sleeping with all the same guys. Pariahs, guys, not even recreational use only. What do you think?
Well, for me, it's like I've always said this. I don't tell people what to do. All I would say is that just have self-respect. So a man with self-respect, if he dates a single mother, he had boundaries. Okay, if he treats him a certain way, leave. That's it, right? If she doesn't prioritize him, fine, leave. I think the most powerful thing you can most powerful thing is a man with self-respect.
Yeah,
right? A man with boundaries. So I don't care who, because I 100% believe in accountability. I don't give a shit what you do. We're all adults. I don't care who you date or whatever. But just have self-respect. Have boundaries. Be an actual man. Right? Yeah. Don't let anyone treat you like a doormat. That's it. So do what you want. But men have no self-respect, men that are spineless, men that are simps, betas, and let people treat them like doormat, well then you get what you're getting.
Yeah. And guys, that's another part of the main red pill narrative that I disagree with, especially fresh and funky, right? They always say, "Oh, you gotta make 100K a year to get chicks." No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't.
If that was the case, then these single moms would all be pregnant, have kids by doctors, lawyers, etc. No, they have freaking kids by Pookie and Nug. You know what I'm saying? Guys, they have kids by this guy.
Pull out game, mate. Pull out game, man. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out. Fuck you mean, weak, motherfucker? Said talk about my motherfucking kids. Ain't shit weak over here. My pockets ain't weak and my dick soul ain't weak, bitch ass nigga.
That's the type of guy that they get pregnant by. You know what I'm saying? They get pregnant by this guy. Hold on. Korg, what's up, dude? Korg, you there? Uh-oh.
Hey,
Korg, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Okay, guys, so they get pregnant by this guy.
A Tennessee man holds a county record in Knoxville. Listen to this. He's the father of 30 children.
30 kids.
And he's only 33 years old. Desmond Hatchett was back in court this week pleading with the state to help him pay his child support. He's the father of 30 kids with 11 different women. And
All these chicks know about each other, right? All these chicks keep letting him freaking shoot up the club. So you got one idiot here and 11 idiot chicks. So who's more to blame, men or women? If there's one guy and 11 chicks, I would say the women are more to blame. And the craziest part about this is, women, the childbirth is no joke. As much as modern technology has made it survivable, a woman can still perish in childbirth. They're risking their lives having this knucklehead's kids. Guys, why are they so stupid? I ask this all the time.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Why? He's not a millionaire. He's not making $6 figures. He works at Burger King or something like that, you know?
Slipping something between the meat.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have money, bro. You gotta have money. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Each of them wants support. The state already takes half his paycheck and divides it up. His oldest child is only 14. His youngest is a toddler. There is nothing the state can do to make him stop having more kids. He has not broken any laws.
Damn.
And here's how it's divided up. The first baby mama gets the biggest chunk, and the last baby mama gets pennies.
Push 3 men have 70 kids. You guys saw that? There was the 3 men in like Tennessee, whatever, and they hold on.
Oh damn!
Have 70 kids. Look at this. You guys ready for this, dude? 3 Tennessee men. Oh, get out of here, projectile. 3 Tennessee men fathered 78 children. Look at that. They call him Pokemon, guys.
And you know who's paying for it?
The government. Us. I want to be the very best Pokemon. You got Nugglypuff, Pikachu. Because, guys, look at this. Once again, 46 chicks with 3 guys. This is what's going on. And yet all of us men have to answer for this. They extrapolate this to all of us, which is insane. Guys, the majority of black men are single and childless. The 56% of us single with no kids. Makes no sense. What a mess.
But this is why I've always said this: we cannot hold bad men accountable. This is why smart men is to hold women accountable.
Well,
holding bad men accountable, women still choose these men.
Thank you. Men do what women require.
It's also like what AJ says. Women are either the heroes or the victims in their stories.
Yeah, but 99% of the time they're volunteers. In any woman's story, she's the hero or she's the victim, but 99% of the time she's a volunteer. And that's why, guys, chicks, they're so used to telling each other their own stories.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
they guess each other.
Yeah, you ask one question and everything falls apart.
Oh, they get pissed.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. There was one. Hey, do you ever go to 304? Guys, how many likes do we have? Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. So part of the thing we do on my channel, Devil's Advocate, is we go to 304 TikTok. Did you know there was such a thing?
I didn't.
No.
304 TikTok. Yeah. Oh, Corey. Yes, you do, dude.
Wait.
You remember
Isn't that what TikTok is? It's just 304. Isn't that redundant?
So usually, when we hit 100 likes, so we go to 304 TikTok, guys.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing. That's the company I work at, Hoeing.
Bring back shame.
Look at this, guys.
And I'm ready as hell because
Look
She
at
got
this.
the booger ring. She got the chest tattoo.
The chest
What else
tattoo.
she-
I call this the target practice. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Where's that?
That's nasty.
I threw this same outfit that I was just trapping in last night. I just threw this same one back on so that I could go hit this alcohol real quick. This chick was blowing me up. Bitch, blowing me up. Yeah, that's 1,500 right there, though. He was blowing me up out my motherfucking sleep. Bitch, I woke up. Okay, I made it home at 7 this morning. He was blowing me up while I was sleeping shit. Bitch, I got up and I left right out the house. I threw this shit right back on and went right back in. You gonna get whatever the fuck I pull out these pants. But nah, you know, I stay clean, stay fresh. I was already showered up and shit. I just had to throw the fit back on. But yeah, bitch, real ready though. Real hoeing on the way. Just one call away. Yeah. It really be like that though. When you on a time frame and a trick be on some goofy ass shit like, oh, I gotta leave. Da, 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 da. Like, first of all, a trick is always on your time. They're always on your time. But let me tell you something. When you got 1,500 waiting on you, and he say he gotta go, bitch, you get your ass up and you run. You run and go get that bread.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Clown world. Advocate's like, how did I end up here?
Well, I've said this before. I don't support all men. I support good men.
Yeah.
We have too many simps out there.
Yeah.
Too many fools.
Look at this. Hey guys, what's crazy is there's all these chicks, right? They're counting money, doing all this stuff. They will rob you. You will get robbed. It's absolutely insane. Oh,
304s in this
this. So this chick right here, we have watched this chick before. Guys, she says what I've been saying for a long time. Guys, there's always been like, 304s, chicks that are, that are promiscuous. But in the past, they kept their mouths shut. I think Cora, Devil's Advocate, so we're all about the same age. In college, we knew these 304s, these chicks that were on campus at the frat house. You know what I mean? Letting all the frat guys, all the basketball teams of the club, but they kept their mouths shut. They would graduate, and then they would go to the next town. Hold on. And then they would go to the next town. And then they would meet some Poindexter. I met this girl, bro. I think she's a Christian girl. You know what I'm saying? And he marries her, right? And then Facebook gets popular. And you're looking at this guy, and he's marrying her and putting the ring on her hand. And you're like, oh, you poor bastard.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
What are you saying, Court?
So I went to college after the military, and when I was in the military, there were certain civilian women who worked on the base that were known for being a little bit easy. And when I was in, the women were allowed to serve on the submarine tenders and the supply ships, and so you got word of mouth as to which of the women were a little bit loose there. And then a buddy of mine got transferred to Japan, and he said that there was a chick there known as the barracks hoe.
Oh no, my friend, he was a corpsman in the Navy. He was on a medical ship. And guys, medical ships are majority female.
Yep.
Like the executives, a lot of the doctors are guys, but there's nurses, lab techs, or whatever. Dude, he was just like John Wick in that bad boy. Just ran up the wall. But yeah, Advocate, what? Are you even shocked that there's girls that are literally talking about being street walkers on TikTok?
No, I'm not shocked. This is I've always said, it's because we have too many men with no self-respect.
Yes.
This is why I love the Red Pill movement, because this is what we promote. We don't we recognize it. We hold these shitty men accountable as well.
Well,
right?
it's like what the Godfather said. We don't have shame anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And guys, here's the crazy thing about this, especially me being black, because I always go back to this chick here because she's the one that got this from her.
I love selling this twat.
Right? That's this chick, right? This chick, she's not an ugly girl. If this was the 90s, light-skinned chicks like this, because of the Holly Berry thing, she would marry a rich guy and move on. But you see girls that are decent looking, 304ing it. Why? Why? If you hit the genetic with the damn dog lottery and you are a hot chick, where's the one video where she said that? And you're out here selling vajayjay, why? This feminist brainwashing is so insane that they're out here risking their safety, risking their health, instead of to try and get the world when a guy would just give it to them.
Exactly.
It makes no sense. Where is this? I want to show you.
It's both their physical health and their mental health.
Disgusting.
Mhm.
Disgusting, guys. I don't understand why like this is a thing. And once again, girls like, well, I'm not trying to glorify this life.
Steve.
Since when did we start doing this?
I can't find it. The actual video got taken down where she says that because I guess she
His dad
used
and daughter was just-
the T word, the that was in my quote. But yeah, she's basically saying that she likes doing this type of work because it's fast money, and she doesn't want a regular job. So she does this, puts herself at risk. And guys, you can get the high five, the hurt dirt, the HP, PV, all this other stuff, but they don't care. They do not care. And they're just trying to prove some point to the all-knowing they. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they need to know that I'm strong and independent. Who is this they?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna give y'all a list of the type of clients that I don't like as a 304. One, the ones that are like, I can't send a deposit. I've been scammed before, cash only. Sorry, that's not my problem. Two, the do you do GFE, BBBJ? No, I know. Three, the fantasy bookers. Like, y'all literally make me want to come through that
I don't even know what those acronyms mean.
screen and wring your fucking neck. Like, stop playing with me. Four, the ones who are like, hi, I'm Caucasian, athletic fit, work in finance. Like, is that supposed to get you a discount, boo? Because it's not. Five, the ones that are like, you actually might find me attractive. Do I still have to pay the same price? Like, duh. Like, I can make this list go on and on and on. Like, there's so many bad clients out there. Like,
Disgusting.
Mm.
Look at this. Chicks with I'm not gonna even click on this. Here you go.
I'm a 304. Let me tell you some things that I've learned about men. They just want to talk. They want someone to listen to their feelings and stuff. They don't be saying it like that, but you got to get them to real men like a soft woman. Any dude that wants his woman hard, and I'm not trying to like come for nobody, right? But when they want a homie type of girl, a gangster type of chick or whatever, like I heard this one dude talk about
That New York, the Brooklyn accent. I don't know how you New York dudes do it. I honestly don't. Those chicks are a mess, So, but yeah, guys, I think that as far as the one part about the single moms, to go back to it, that I think I touched on recently, that was in a video, was that guys were saying that even if you do quote unquote do the right thing, you date a single mom, you can actually get to have a good relationship with the kids, and then she can just take them from you.
Yeah.
You never see the kids again. So even if you do the right thing and you want to take care of the kids, those are her kids. See, it used to be back in the day, the mom would say, single moms So for those of you guys who don't know, so my sister is my half sister. So my mom was a single mom. My dad met her in the 70s, but women had to overperform. You know what I'm saying? They had to be extra feminine. They had to be extra, they had to do, because they had to know that if they had to get this successful guy, they had to do everything that they could to keep this guy. They would also tell the kids, look, this is your dad now, so you have to respect him. Now they don't do that at all. Chicks think that any guy who's with a single mom is a mark, right? He's a trick. And they'll always pull the high joke. You can't discipline my kids. These are my kids. So
It's the thing that I think is the thing that women do not respect men. They do not. They do not respect men. They don't appreciate men. So even if a man, steps up and be an amazing man, she don't respect you to begin with. She doesn't care about you to begin with. She doesn't so many women just only care about using men, and they only care about themselves. That is it. Yeah. Now they have a man that will step up and simp for her, and because he himself has no respect for himself. So
well, my brother always says this the best: when men win, everyone wins, and when women win, women win. You know
exactly.
Yeah. Because if you're guys, how many of you guys did I ask if you could? I'm 44. I don't want kids ever. Well, guys, how many of you guys are over the age of 40? Don't have kids, and if you can get an artificial womb and then get an embryo from a fertility clinic and pay to have a kid and raise a kid, how many of you guys would do it? I think quite a few of my subscribers said that they would do it, because the worst part of having a kid is having to do it with the woman, right? It's just right now it's too risky, It's there's the whole system that they have that they can use against you. And I'm also saying that my friend Ben, he actually had adopted his son. So when he was like 36, he adopted a 1-year-old, and now his son's in college. He's actually an officer in the Army, but he got divorced. He got in a bad divorce. So he's like, I don't want to have a woman be able to mess with me ever again. He still wanted a family, So also, I think that when someone's taking something for granted, how do you fix that?
Take it away from them.
Thank you very much. Take it away from them. And that's all that MGTOW is doing. I call it men minding their own business. MMTOOB, right? Because men minding their own business is more just indifference. It's like, it is what it is, right? Guys, the more men walk away, and that's what men are doing, just checking out and walking away. The thing that they fear the most is men not answering the call. Because remember, they walked away from the social contract. Men were okay with, up until the 60s, 70s, and 80s, with finding a girl, courting her, meeting her dad, and then waiting until marriage to smash. She popped out some kids, and that's how you would move on. But it was the women who decided. They said,
"How dare you?"
That's patriarchy, right? So, and then the women, they were supposed to have kids, and we were supposed to risk our lives for them, and they were supposed to risk their lives in childbirth. That's how it worked. Women walked away, but they want to spend their teens and 20s and early 30s even getting stupid degrees and all this other stuff, and they're expecting men to wait at the table. It's not happening. Men are walking away. Men are choosing nothing. They're either going overseas or they're choosing nothing. And think about it, that's insane. If Korg had a restaurant, he had the only like fried chicken place in town, knowing people want fried chicken and people are just not eating there. How bad does this chicken have to be?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So devil's advocate, where do you think that the things are going to be in the next 5 to 8 years, 5 to 10 years?
It's all depending, right? It's all dependent if which one grows more. Okay, if we have women gaining more and more power, which I believe women are gaining more and more power, right? Especially social power, things will only get worse. Things will only get worse. Now, if we have men that are more and more men that are waking up, more and more men that are joining communities like this, joining MGTOW, joining Passport Bros, I think, men will get stronger. Men will, I just think, the backbone of society will be stronger. But again, it's just how we go about it. I honestly think that our community is too small. Even though people may think it's not, but I still think it's small. We don't have enough men, having this kind of mindset, being a part of this community. So, it all depends. So, but I'm hoping for the best.
Well, I'm uncharacteristically optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. Hold on. What is it? Let me make sure that I get this right. Okay. Because, guys, you guys know what a tipping point is?
Yep.
Guys, we don't need the majority of men. We just need just enough.
Oh, no, I agree.
Just enough for city, right? But here's the thing. Okay.
It's basically 50.1% is going to get you that tipping point.
No, you're talking about anywhere from 17 to 20%.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, because think about advertising. What was I think they did the Sydney Sweeney thing, and it was saying what percentage of people what percentage of the Sydney
that was Jordache Jeans, wasn't it?
Campaign.
Or no, not Jordache.
Expensive.
Somebody
American
Eagle. In the chat.
American Eagle. Okay, so 12% of respondents found the ad to be offensive. 30% thought it was clever. 40% thought it was neither clever nor offensive. Guys, this is a home run right here. 39%? That's crazy. Anything over from 17 to a 20%. If you can get 1 in 5 people talking about your campaign, then you've won. Korg, I had to mute you because you had a lot of background noise.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in my chair.
Guys, if you're in a workplace and 1 in 5 people is talking about your commercial, that's a home run. Guys, look at this. This is 40% thought that this was funny. This is a home run. Now, do you guys know the $5 foot long? Do you know that is the most successful commercial of all? I think it was 80 or 90% found that favorable. Think about that for a second. 80%, 8 or 9 out of 10 people recognize that campaign. Another one's the da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. 90% of people.
Where's the beef?
Is that yes?
That was a big one when I was a kid.
Or the you remember that?
God, that
it was
annoying,
60, 70% of people. Now, guys. Say again?
Like the Budweiser frogs.
Yeah, Bud. Yeah.
And then for years, Coca-Cola had the best commercials.
Yeah. Now, guys, when it comes to the tipping point, a tipping point is a point at which a series of small changes or incidents becomes significant enough to cause a larger and more important change. Guys, in sales, especially, all you need is like 17 to 20%. In behaviors, it's the same way. So the moment that like about 1 in 4 people stop smoking, that's when smoking started going down. You know what I'm saying? So once you look at the Mary Tyler Moore show, why people were so afraid of that show taking off is because she was a single chick living in the city. Well, that show became really, really popular. All of a sudden, you had all these women were like, "Oh my God, did you watch the Mary Tyler Moore show?" And over time, this feminism and strong, independent thing started taking off. So, guys, what we're doing slowly with our consistency on social media is we are gonna reach this tipping point to where Gen Z men and Gen Alpha, they're checking out, dude. They're not having it because this is the cheapest time that our granddads couldn't be bachelors. Our fathers couldn't be bachelors. Usually it was the rich guys who could jet set around, hang out. Guys, you can live in a decently affordable state, make $65K, live in a small place, have a couple-year-old truck, and be left the hell alone. That's what they're the most scared of. That's why they try and shut down voices like ours. It's because we're giving guys an alternative. Let's just say, and not just to say check out, but give me a reason. Give me a reason to actually risk my peace, my sanity, my peace of mind, all of that. All this stuff that you see in Devil's Advocates opposite, that's his peace of mind. Someone needs to pitch to him why he would want to let a chick in there. And hey, Devil's Advocate, have you ever dated a girl who had a huge bunch of student loans?
Yeah.
How'd you figure it out, and what'd you do?
I gotta admit, all right, I was a simp. So I've been. I've learned from experience, right? I've gotten to debt to pay off things for women before.
Oh no!
Yeah. So that's the thing where us as men, we have to learn from our bad experiences. So
hey, when I was young, I was engaged, right? Our wedding was like, dude, she was a bridezilla, dude. Oh, our wedding was going to be so expensive. Guys, I don't even want to throw the number out there, but luckily I dodged that bullet like Neo in the Matrix, dude. Guys, it's so bad. And you see guys doing it now, and it's just like, you don't understand. She's just looking for you to pay those student loans off. And the moment that you do, guys, she is out of there. You know what I'm saying? And guys, we're gonna wrap up here in a little bit. Guys, here I use the term economically unattractive, and that used to be a thing that women use for us guys. Now is the time where we're saying that to women. You are economically unattractive, guys. What do I say? Credit card debt, student loan debt, high interest car loans, bastard kids. Why? Why?
Say
I know,
no.
girl.
It's like the 80s. Just say no.
This is your brain on student loans, right?
Mhm.
Because these chicks, ultimately, the reason why they're like this with money is because they ultimately expect one of us guys to swoop in and pay the bills, guys.
Here I come to save the day.
Guys, don't do it. All that blood, sweat, and tears, all the stuff that you do to make money, and you're gonna just let I just don't understand. Invest, save.
And if she calls you broke because you don't want to pay for her, say, "Yep, I am."
Yep, guys, here we go.
I owe the federal government $141,366.92.
Eesh.
I went to undergrad. I went to medical school. I made a TikTok earlier about how I took out way too many loans. Anyway, I was not paying anything. I was under the Biden era save repayment plan. I had 0% interest, and then my loans went into forbearance.
And you should have taken those 4 years to pay off your loans. You're a doctor, right? She should have lived. She should have rented a one-bed. No, not even a one-bedroom. Rent
For 141. She's
No,
probably a nurse.
No, she's a doctor. She's a GP. So
Okay.
she should have rented a room.
Yep.
Not an apartment, a room. not had a car payment, and put every single cent into her student loans.
I was living the dream. But I got this email that reminded me July 2024, there was a federal court injunction and they went for that 0% interest, baby. They were like, no, 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 no. And in February 2025, there was a second injunction and that 0% interest, they're like, literally get rid of that. That shit's not happening anymore.
God.
Although the loans are still in forbearance, interest is accruing and I don't want to get further into debt, but I'm also unemployed. So.
What was the use of that?
You stupid woman.
Hey, AJ.
What happened, dude?
You ever watch Anthony Cumia?
Yeah.
You know what? You know how he describes these women? They only think 5 seconds into the future.
Yeah. Yep.
And I just don't get, how do you rack up that much debt without thinking about how you're going to kill it?
They don't.
I know.
Guys, I told you guys that I'm from Seattle. So guys, I'm from the land of underwater, lesbian astrology degrees. I'm serious. Guys, so this is a preview of a video that I'm going to drop here soon. But guys, here you go. Watch.
Discover, count your motherfucking days. Count your motherfucking days. Don't sue me for a credit card that you gave me 10 years ago and you gave me a $10,000 credit limit at 21 years old. Okay? So you sued me. I get it. I didn't pay back. That was my fault. I fell on hard times. Okay?
Look at
I had
that.
a lot of shit I went through. Okay? So I didn't pay him. Y'all sued me.
You know, that's how redheads are either gorgeous or they're gargoyles.
You see the tattoos?
We know which one this is right here. Oh, yeah, she got tattoos.
I tried to work with the lawyer and say, hey, I can only afford $50 a month. Okay? I can only afford $50 a month. Like, literally, I work 3 jobs. I do fucking DoorDash. I don't know. What else do you want from me? They said, no, 160. And I was like, well, no, I can't afford that. And then they said, oh, well, can you borrow money from someone? No, if I could borrow money from someone, I would, and I would give it to you. Trust me, I'm not trying to say I didn't do it, but I don't have the money. I don't have it. Okay? So y'all sued me, and I got a letter because the judge ruled in favor of them, obviously. But I got a letter, and the letter pretty much says, hey, so you got to pay this. And there's going to be interest on it until it's paid in full. So I don't have the money. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't have it. I do not have it. Y'all spent more money on a lawyer than to just write it off. I'm sorry. Like, I fucked up, but I don't have it. So what do you want me to do? Pull it out of my fucking butthole? I don't have it. So fuck you, Discover. That was predatory. I was 21. You guys.
It was predatory. I was 21.
Victim. Hero or victim.
Look at that,
but yet women are so smart at 18 and their narrative changes to make themselves victims.
Guys, look at these tattoos.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Guys, once again, women are making... They're free to succeed, they're free to fail, and they're choosing to fail.
But I would say that, guess what? Like, before feminism, their husband had all the debt.
Yes.
The husband carried all the debt. So, but women didn't want that. Women didn't want men to carry all the responsibilities of the household. Women were able to spend the man's money. He carried all the debt that she would incur. But no, women wanted their freedom. Women wanted their own bank account. But now, this is the world. I've said this before in my stuff. The world after feminism, right? After feminism, that this is the world that women have created. So, however, all the complaints women have, well, you created it.
The feminist programming is so strong that even when you show them stuff here, I'll drop this in the private chat. Well, here.
Oh,
everyone hear this. If you want to check it out, guys. Here, but yeah, guys. So this goes against the entire narrative, and that, guys, women, they just want to whine and moan and complain. They want to have this. It's not even moving the goalpost anymore. There is no goalpost. They just say, everyone run that way. and no one even asked why. So,
Oh,
but,
they're just playing Calvin ball. They just change the
Yeah.
rules to suit themselves at every move.
yeah. But all right, you guys. You know, Devil's Advocate once again. Here, let me bring up your channel. You know, I wish that you'd have gotten more credit for your viral video. We'll try and jump on the next train and get you some credit. I'll spam the thing with your link, guys. Make sure to go over to his channel, please, and give him a like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, comment on his videos, guys, and check out his live streams, man. You know, guys, I always say support the guys who do the lives, because guys, you know, watching videos is fun, but the live streams are truly where ideas are kind of exchanged. And guys, personally, I like doing live streams more than I like doing videos.
Same.
I really don't like doing videos, honestly, but I much would rather do this. And you guys will actually see that I'm actually using clipping the streams to actually do videos more, because we drop so many good ideas. But guys, any closing statements?
Just thank you guys, right? Thank you for the love. Thank you for allowing me to join you guys. It's been fun. It's awesome. Hopefully I could do this again.